Hey G Squad, welcome back to an episode of Is It Worth It? So today's episode we got this cool, amazing product right here. If you can see, it's basically two different products right here that you guys can use together. Right here is the backdrop that I wanted to try to see how it works and when it actually looks good and whatnot. If it does, then I'm probably gonna keep using this for my videos. So you guys will be able to see the backdrop of what it looks like in a second. But in order for us to use the backdrop, we need a stand itself to hold up the actual product itself. So if you guys take a look right here, this is everything that's provided. So they provide you two of the backdrop support stand, two crossbar, one carrying bag, two clamps, two sandbags, and then four backdrop clips. The only way for us to actually see how it works and when it actually works is to set it all up first. So let me actually do that first. So just to show you guys what the tripod or the stand itself looks like, this part right here is the slot where essentially you open it up and then you guys can put in your sandbags on here if you guys want to. Top part right here, you guys can actually loosen it up to pull it open like higher and whatnot. I believe this one goes up to like 10 feet or so once you guys fully extend it, and then it's like 7 feet wide or something, but we'll figure all that in a second once I actually set it all up. And if you guys take a look right here, this is the part where it's actually used to loosen it or tighten the actual tripod itself to hold it in place. So if you guys can see right here, there's two different parts right here on the actual stand itself. So you guys want to remove both of these out first, so that way you can put it onto the pole. And for the pole itself, it only fits at one location or not, so you guys want to make sure it fits this hole right here on both sides, and this part right here is for snapping it onto both poles together. So everyone see this part right here, so you guys want to push it in together and make sure it snaps in together like this. So everything is all settled now, and all we have to do now is pull the pole. If you guys want to make it shorter this way, longer that way, or whatever, you guys can adjust it based on your product and whatnot, depending on like how long you guys have your backdrop. Alright, so we just finished setting up the backdrop and everything, and this is basically what it looks like. If you can see, it looks pretty amazing. I actually like this a lot. You guys definitely get like that hardwood floor that looks nice. You guys get the vacation vibe and whatnot. Kind of give you guys that vacation view. You guys can see, which is pretty awesome. You still see like the wrinkles or whatever that's on here, but that's not a big issue, I feel like, because it just looks pretty amazing by itself. So like the setup process and everything didn't take too long. Just put like the poles and everything all set up correctly, and then once you guys finish the clip and everything, then this is basically what it looks like once you guys finish it, which is pretty awesome. And I feel like it doesn't take too much space, because once you guys are done, you guys can just fold it back up and put it into the bag that they provide you. So that's basically everything that's for the product itself, for the backdrop that I got and the actual backdrop stand itself. Now that we set up everything and did the unboxing and testing of the product itself, now to answer the question of whether or not it's actually worth it or not. So for me, honestly, like I mentioned earlier, I think this is actually really worth it if you guys want one and need one of these. I think this is actually really worth it for me in particular, especially because I wanted to get like a better kind of like backdrop or better kind of like background for you guys, so it looks better than what I started with. If you guys remember when I first started my video, I didn't have like anywhere to like kind of record, and I have like a black lines and whatnot. Now I have this backdrop that looks really cool and looks more professional, and also it kind of gives you guys that vacation vibe like I mentioned, that looks really cool and give you guys a good feeling when you guys watch my videos. So definitely a really cool product overall. So with all that being said, I would definitely have to say that this is worth it if you guys want one or need one of these.